Hello everyone, this is Akank Suman here. Now we are going to discuss next topic, that is Coriolis acceleration. What is this acceleration? We have seen that tangential acceleration, we have studied the normal or radial accelerations. Now this is the Coriolis acceleration. What is it? Okay, so basically Coriolis acceleration will always be associated with the slides. I'm writing here that this acceleration will always be associated with will always be associated with what will associated with slides. What is slides? That means when the slider is in sliding motions. Okay, so whenever there is a slider which is sliding on the rotating body, then there will be a Coriolis acceleration. So is when the slider is sliding on a rotating body, okay, on a rotating body. So whenever there is a condition that there is a rotating body, and you can see here, if, for example, this is a body which is going to be rotated about that fixed point, fixed joint. If there is a slider, on that body, then we call it as then we will say this is the Coriolis acceleration will be there. Okay, so example I'm considering, this is the link I'm going to consider. Understand this in a proper way. When there is only sliding motion, so there will be a slider which is going to be slided like that. So this is, we call it as, this is pure sliding. Yes or no? We call it as pure sliding. Are you getting my point? In case of pure sliding, there is no angular velocity of the link. See, there are two things. One is slider and other is the link on which slider is going to be slided. Okay, so basically omega of the link is equal to 0. Omega of this link, okay, on which slider is going to be slided. Okay, so omega is 0 in case of pure sliding. In case of pure rotation, I'm just considering, in case of pure rotation, you can see there is a link, okay, and only there is a pure rotation. We have seen the pure sliding, now we will see only pure rotations. So it would be rotate in that direction, for example. So the slider will be here at the same position, because only there is only rotation take place. There is no sliding taking place here. So this is called pure rotation. Pure rotation. Okay, this is pure rotation effect. Now we will see where Coriolis acceleration is going to be generated. Coriolis acceleration will comes into picture when the combination of these two conditions will be there. Okay, so the Coriolis acceleration will generate in the combination of pure sliding and the pure rotation. So I'm just drawing the next case in which Coriolis acceleration is going to be generated. You can see here, this is a link. Okay, now this is going to be rotated, as well as there will be a sliding motion. So that means there will be a slider, for example, slider initial position is there, and after the motion, after time interval, the slider will be here. So you can see here there will be a rotation as well as sliding take place. Okay, this is sliding. Okay, this is sliding and there will be a rotation also. Okay, so that means this is a group of, that is a combination of V and omega. So I'm just writing here, that is group combination of linear velocity and angular velocity, because slider is having the linear velocity. It is going to be slided with some velocity, linear velocity, and this link is going to be rotated with an angular velocity. Now remember one thing, the angular velocity of that link, okay, this is not the angular velocity of the slider. Slider will only slide. Okay, that means we have to consider the sliding, we have to consider omega for the link on which slider is sliding. I hope you are going to understand what I'm going to say, that you have to consider omega of the link on which slider is going to be sliding. Okay, that means v is the linear velocity of the slider. I'm just writing here. What could be the formula for the Coriolis acceleration? We have seen the concept Coriolis acceleration, how it could be generated. So now we will see the formula of the Coriolis acceleration, because the number of question is going to be asked on the Coriolis acceleration, numerical questions. But you must have to know the direction. We will see what should be the direction of the Coriolis acceleration. We will see what is the magnitude. So I'm just talking about the magnitude of the Coriolis accelerations. So that is AC is equal to 2v omega. This is the simple formula for the Coriolis acceleration. But from this formula you can calculate the magnitude of the Coriolis acceleration. Now we will see what should be the direction, how can we calculate, how can we determine the direction of the Coriolis acceleration. But before this we need to understand that where v is the sliding velocity of the slider. This must be remembered. This is the sliding velocity of the slider. Don't misinterpret with v and omega, that means with the slider and the link. Okay, v is the sliding velocity of the slider. V is the sliding velocity of slider, and where omega is the, sometimes he will give you the uh, slider, but you just have to remember that we are writing here omega as the angular velocity of the body on which slider is sliding. Okay, so this is the angular velocity of the body. This is the angular velocity of, you can say, link or body. So I'm just writing here angular velocity of the body on which slider is sliding, on which slider is sliding. So you must have to remember these all things, because the formula is very important. Slider is sliding. Now we will see how we determine the direction of the Coriolis acceleration. So I'm just writing here the procedure for finding out the direction of the Coriolis acceleration. Direction of Coriolis acceleration, you have to use that procedure in order to find out the direction of Coriolis acceleration. But be careful for finding the direction of the Coriolis acceleration. Okay, so first thing is that you have to tap the sense of omega. Tap the sense of omega, whether it is clockwise or anti-clockwise. Tap the sense of omega. Okay, omega is what? This is the angular velocity of the body on which slider is sliding. Okay, so first tap the sense of omega, and the second rotate the v vector. What is v? This is the sliding velocity of the slider. Rotate v vector in that sense. I'm writing here in that sense. In which sense? In the sense of omega. In that sense, by 90 degree. So this is the two-step procedure for finding out the direction of the Coriolis acceleration. First you have to tap the sense of omega, and then you have to rotate the v vector in that sense by 90 degree. Let me give you an example so that you will be able to understand. For example, this is the link on which slider is sliding in that direction, in this direction. I'm mentioning here the direction of the slider. So this is v, and this link is going to be rotated with omega in anti-clockwise direction. Now you have to find out the Coriolis acceleration. We all know what is the formula for the Coriolis acceleration. Coriolis acceleration is equal to, this is denoted by AC, that's equal to 2v omega. Okay, now this would be the magnitude. Now what about the direction? First the tap the sense of omega. Sense of omega means omega is rotating in anti-clockwise direction. Okay, anti-clockwise. Now you have to rotate the v vector by 90 degree in that sense of omega, in the same sense of omega. That means this is in anti-clockwise directions. You have to rotate the v vector by 90 degree in anti-clockwise. That means in that direction. So that would be the direction of Coriolis acceleration. Okay, and since we have rotated v vector by 90 degree, that means it is perpendicular to the link. Okay, so v vector is going to be perpendicular to the link on which slider is sliding. Okay, so that is the acceleration, Coriolis acceleration direction we can calculate here. Now I am give you the another examples. So this is the same link, but in this example I am considering that the velocity of the slider is in that direction, in this direction. Okay, now in the first case it is in outward direction, but it is in inward direction. You can see here this is the v vector of the slider. Now again omega is in the same sense. So how can you find out the acceleration, Coriolis acceleration? That is 2v omega, that is the magnitude. Then how can you calculate the direction of the Coriolis acceleration? So that's important here. So first, what is the procedure? First you have to take the sense of omega, and the sense of omega is anti-clockwise direction. It is making anti-clockwise circle, so that's why anti-clockwise direction. Now what is the definition? What is the second procedure? That you have to rotate v vector by 90 degree in that sense of omega, in that sense. Okay, in that sense means in the same sense of omega. So we have to rotate v vector by 90 degree in anti-clockwise. This is clockwise, this is the clockwise, so we cannot rotate it in that direction. We have to rotate it in the anti-clockwise direction by 90 degree. So anti-clockwise means this. Okay, this anti-clockwise. Okay, so that would be the direction of the Coriolis acceleration. So you just have to remember the procedure. Okay, step by step, two-step procedure is there to find out the direction of the Coriolis acceleration. Otherwise, if you don't follow the procedure, you will get the wrong direction. Okay, so if you want another examples, we will solve some questions on the Coriolis accelerations, where you can see how can we calculate the magnitude as well as the direction of the Coriolis acceleration. So basically, if there is there is only slider, if any body having the slider, that means there will be a generation of Coriolis acceleration. If there is no slider, there will not be any. For example, there is a link which is going to be rotated about a circle. Okay, there is no slider here, so we cannot say. So we will say that there will not be any Coriolis acceleration, because whenever there is a slider, there will be a generation of Coriolis acceleration. If there is no slider, if there is no slider, v is equal to 0. That means Coriolis acceleration would become 0. So here you can see there will be a sliding velocity of the slider. So slider must be have in the diagram in order to calculate the Coriolis acceleration. If there is no slider, there will not be any Coriolis acceleration. So basically you can see there is a Coriolis acceleration which is basically in tangential direction. You can see in the example we have seen that the direction of the Coriolis acceleration is tangentially to that of link. Okay, because it is 90 degree. So if you want to know more thing about it, you can see, for example, there is a link. Okay, it is having the slider. Okay, it is going to be rotated. Now there will be a generation of the, for example, it is having the angular acceleration, it is having the angular velocity, and since it is having slider, so it would be sliding velocity. Okay, so there will be one thing is that there will be a generation of tangential acceleration. Okay, that is denoted as at, because there is a angular acceleration is working. Tangential acceleration means r into alpha. Okay, and there is a slider which is sliding on the link and having the velocity v, so there will be a generation of the Coriolis acceleration. So in that diagram, how can you calculate what would be the direction of the Coriolis acceleration? Because the tab the sense of omega, this is in the anti-clockwise direction, then we have to rotate the v vector by 90 degree in that same sense. So that means the Coriolis acceleration will be in the same direction as the direction of the tangential acceleration. Okay, so here when both are in same direction, and we all know that there will be a normal acceleration or radial acceleration, we call it as v square upon r. Okay, so or you can say r omega square. So there will be a two acceleration which is in the same direction, so we can write it as ac plus at, and both are in the same direction, so that means total acceleration will be somewhere between these. Okay, are you getting my point? Whenever there is acceleration, for example in the second case, I am considering second case in which omega is in that direction but alpha is in that direction. Okay, and the velocity of the slider is in that direction. So what would be the direction of the Coriolis acceleration? The direction of Coriolis acceleration will be perpendicular to the link, and it would be in that directions, because we have taken the sense of omega and we have rotated v vector by 90 degree in that sense of omega. Okay, so this is the direction of the Coriolis acceleration. But here you can see that angular acceleration is in that direction, that means in the anti-clockwise direction, sorry, in the clockwise direction. So that means there will be a tangential acceleration. So these both are opposite to each other. Okay, for example tangential acceleration is having 50 value and it is having a 20 value, and we all know this is the radial acceleration, there will be a. So finally if you want to calculate the total acceleration, you have to consider radial acceleration in that direction, and we can subtract it because one is in that direction, other is in opposite direction. So that means 50 minus 20, that is 30. So basically a would be, you can say a naught. Okay, it would be 30. Okay, so finally so you can calculate total acceleration, that is the total acceleration. So I have told you that I have considered two cases possibly when there are total acceleration you have to find out in the examinations. Then there will be either there will be a tangential acceleration, radial acceleration. But if the Coriolis accelerations come into the picture, then you have to solve the questions in that sequence. In that way, if the direction of omega and alpha is in the same directions, and if the direction of omega and alpha in the another direction, so there will be different directions of the Coriolis acceleration, tangential acceleration. So in the both the cases, how can you calculate the total acceleration? I already told you. Okay, so I hope you will understand. I told you everything about the Coriolis accelerations, about the magnitude and about the directions. We will solve the questions based on the Coriolis acceleration, so it would be easy to understand more precisely. Okay,